Hey guys, welcome to my video. And I just want to talk. I just want to have a little chat. Alright, so you want to know how to get into modeling. You want to know how I got into modeling, how I started. Well, I'm about to tell you exactly how. I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you guys because not everything looks like what it is, and I just want you guys to know everything before you try to get into it, because I feel like a lot of people try to get into modeling because they see other people being successful, but y'all don't know half the stuff they had to do to get to where they are. I just feel like with modeling especially, you need passion. Like you gotta love it because it's a lot and you have to go through a lot. But I wanted to talk about this because I get a lot of DMs like from people asking me how I got into it. I just want to make a video that I can just be like, go watch this video. Yeah, let's talk about it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and ask me questions and ask me like what else you want to know. As I make it up, I want to help you guys as well. So yeah, like that's literally my goal in life. In this life, like I want to be blessed so that I can bless others. Like that's all I want to do. I want to have enough to bless others. Like that's all I want to do, especially my family. Oof, like I just want to be able to take care of them. Like I don't want them to ever worry about anything. Like that's my biggest goal in life. But yeah, anyways, let's get into it. So for me, my love for it kind of started back in, let me see, I gotta check my Facebook. So my love for modeling started in 2015, okay? I got introduced to it. A friend of mine, shout out Jean Mumble, period. I always knew that like school wasn't my thing, but I wasn't really sure what was my thing. I knew dance was my thing, but I felt like I was made for so much more. So seeing her do her thing, like she was a photographer, she did event planning, she just did a lot of like cool things. So like I always looked up to her, honestly. But yeah, she was a photographer, so she would take pictures of me. We did a few photo shoots together. I even did some shows for her, like walked in some of her shows that she organized. Like she organized fashion shows, and this was in our small city. Like nothing like that was happening, and she was like the only person that actually like did that. I feel like from then, like, okay, like this is something I could do too. How can I actually do this though? Because I was living in a small ass city. It was Moncton, New Brunswick. Unless you live in the Maritimes, you don't know what Moncton is. That's my hometown. Like there was nothing that had to do with modeling. Nothing. Like absolutely nothing. I applied to this like modeling agency, and honestly, I don't even think it was like a real agency. It probably was a scam. I got an email back like in the mail that I got accepted or something. I can't remember. And honestly, like I remember just being so excited about it. At the time, I have African parents. Modeling, what's that, you know? So like in my head, because it's always been like school, so in my head I just felt like even if I've gone accepted to this agency, like I can't really tell my parents about it because like they're not gonna let me ever do it. So I just never told them about it. But then I was like, all right, how do I actually do this? And I tried to research it, but I couldn't figure it out. Like I really just couldn't figure it out. People were saying like apply online, this and that, but I just could not figure it out, you know? It was really discouraging because I was just like, how do people do this? Like for real. In 2018, I went to Europe to visit family. I went to Denmark. I went to not Switzerland, Sweden. I went to Belgium. I went to Germany. And my aunt lives in Denmark. This is my father's sister, and she's like the chill one. Like she is the best. Like I love her. She was just telling me, oh my goodness, like you should model because I'm small. I'm literally 5-year-old body. Anyways, she kept telling me I should model, and I was like, but how, you know? And she was telling me that I should stay in Denmark so like she can help me with it. And I was like, girl, got accepted to university, so there's just no way that's gonna happen. I was there for a month. So after doing my research back then in high school, I just kind of forgot about it because I was just like, I don't really know how this is gonna work. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. So I forgot about it. So when I went to Europe, then the whole modeling idea came back to me, and I was like, I could do this. Like I could do this. So when I came back, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my research and actually get into this modeling thing. At this point, I had done more research when it came to Halifax. I had met some people here that were sent to an agency, and honestly, I tried to get into it, but I wasn't sure. But then I heard of this thing called CMTC, and it's called Canadian I forget. I will just put the title down here somewhere. Heard about it, signed up for it, then COVID happened. like, because I got accepted. So how it works is they come to cities all over Canada. So basically, if they accept you, like you tell them what you want to do, they take pictures of you, you sign up, and if they accept you, you get a callback. The callback is in Toronto. Once you go to Toronto, there's agencies for all of these things, and there's competitions, there's seminars, there's information sessions, and it's like really cool because it's like agencies from like IMG, just big agency. So it was really cool, but I couldn't go because obviously COVID happened. 3 years later, I signed up again because I'm like, just have to go. Like, I need to make this shit happen somehow. Mind you, in those 3 years when COVID happened, obviously nobody was going out or doing anything, but I was doing a lot of research on it. And during COVID, I applied to a bunch of agencies in Toronto and got a bunch of no's, and then also just no replies. And then I got one yes. And I was like, I was so excited. But then they said, "Oh, we want to meet with you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm about that. I'm in Halifax." So when this agency wanted to meet with me, I told them I'm in Halifax, and they said, "Oh, well, that's the issue because we only do local stuff." This was right after COVID, so I get that. I was like, "Damn, okay." And then one of my friends, I remember being in the gym. She was like, "Yo, there's this like open house thing. You should come to it with me." We went to this open house, and this was the agency that I'm currently signed with. So I went to this casting, did my thing, and then she was like, "Yeah, like you should just talk to the agent." I did. She set up a meeting, we met. But remember how I told you guys I signed up for CMTC again after COVID? So basically, I ended up going to CMTC in Toronto. Honestly, I could make a separate video about that experience, but I already explained to you guys like kind of what it is. Went to that, and then the agency that had said yes to me, I emailed them and I said, "I'm gonna be in Toronto from this day to this day if you guys want to meet." And they said, "Yeah, for sure." So I ended up meeting with them, got signed with them, and the guy was really nice. Like he was cool. Yeah, the agency was called Icon. Don't recommend. If you want a story time, I'm gonna tell you a story time, but that's for another video. I'm no longer with them anymore. Let me know if you want to hear that story. So then I came back from Toronto, ended up signing with my current agency, Solely Management. Really exciting for me. I was signed with 2 agencies, one in Toronto and one here. And that was like a really cool thing for me. And I was like, whoa, like my life's about to change. That was not the case. But I continue doing research, like watching videos from other people, just learning more about agencies and how they work. One thing I have learned is look at your contract. Make sure you look at your contract, read it before you sign it, because you never know what you're signing up for, like for real. Anyways, that's how I got signed. But I know there is many different ways to obviously get signed. Go apply to agencies. Apply to every single agency you can, because you're gonna get a lot of no's and it's not personal. It could be because they already have a face like yours, or you're just not what they're looking for. Don't get discouraged if you don't get a yes from an agency, because some of them are really specific and then some of them are very shady. So you gotta be able to discern. Discernment comes with research, but also with God. You gotta talk to God. You gotta talk to God about it. Apply to every single agency that you can, but make sure you do your research, because there's a lot of scammy agencies. There's a lot. Don't be scared to apply anywhere in the world. You just never know what's gonna happen. It's always best to apply to an agency that's in your city if you're in a city that has agencies, because they can help you with development, but you can't rely on them sometimes. You also have to put in the work yourself. Like, nobody's gonna help you the way you can help yourself. If you can find one in your city, do that. If not, one in the next city closest to your city, and then obviously anywhere else that you wanna. If you have the money, it's not necessary, but if you have the money and you wanna experience, learn, then I would recommend going to CMTC. You can learn a lot from them. I won't even lie, I learned a lot about the industry and how everything works, how agencies work, how management works. Like, it's a whole lot. It's a lot of research I did, but I also learned a lot from the people from the industry, like from the actual agencies. I found that really helped, but it is really expensive. So if you're going, plan to go with friends or something so y'all can share prices for like the place that you're staying at. So you just gotta plan for it. Basically, that's really all it is. Like, if you want to get into modeling, yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you want me to tell you guys a story time about Icon, the agency that I was with, let me know in the comments. And then also, if you want to know about CMTC, I can also make a video about that. Your journey is not going to look like somebody else's journey. Your journey is your journey. It's going to be different. And there's going to be hella bumps on the road. And that's why I say you have to have a passion for it. Because it's going to be hella and I mean hella bumps. You guys don't even know how many times, I can't even speak English, how many times I've cried, but then all people see is me going to New York, going to Paris, going to whatever. I don't see the work that I put in really a lot, but it can be a beautiful thing. Going into it, you have to know what you want and you have to put your values in front. No matter where you're trying to get, don't ever let anybody make you compromise. Yeah, I love modeling. I think it's changed me and it's made me very confident. Like, I've done things that I never thought I would do, but I feel like that's a whole other video too. Let me know if you want a video where I talk about the pros and cons of modeling, because I've got a lot to talk about when it comes to it, because I feel like I've done a lot of research and then I've also done a lot of development like by myself. So like I've learned a lot from other people, but also just from doing my own thing. So if I can help in any way, please let me know, comment down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next video.